What is up, Core Addicts? In this video I'm going to be giving a guide for this week's HSW Time Trial for next-gen consoles only, also the normal time trial and the RC Bandito time trial, totaling over $450,000 for this week. Remember, the time trials can only be completed once during the event week period for the full payout, and keep in mind that rocket-powered / flying vehicles cannot be used for the time trial. So, starting off with the HSW Time Trial, which is Pacific Bluffs. Again, remember that you can only use an HSW upgraded vehicle for these time trials, and the best one is obviously the Hakuchu Drag with the HSW upgrade, which is insanely fast. Now, usually for these HSW time trials, I use the HSW test ride vehicle of the corresponding event week, and for this week, it's the S95. Now, in terms of route, the one the GPS shows is not the one you want to take. Make sure to use the route that you see in my run. Overall, this time trial is pretty easy as it's mainly top speed, and as usual, the part time for this time trial does change depending on what vehicle you're using, so keep that in mind. Moving on to the normal time trial, which is for Zancudo. For this one, I highly recommend using a fast bike such as the Shotaro, Hakuchu Drag, or Batty 801. This time trial does have some off-road shortcuts towards the end, so again, a bike is highly recommended. Now, usually for these time trials, I challenge myself by picking either the prize ride challenge car or the casino podium car of the corresponding event week. And for this week, we have the Viserys as the prize red car and the Thrax as the casino podium car. And since I already used the Viserys a couple weeks ago, I chose to use the Thrax for this one. Moving on to this week's RC Bandito Time Trial, which is Davis Quartz. As always, you need to own an RC Bandito in order to participate in these. As usual, these RC time trials are always tricky and require a lot of precise steering and throttle inputs. This one in particular has a lot of bumpy areas where you need to let off the throttle and slow down, and for the tight areas, make sure to use your brakes. And that's it, guys. The HSW time trial is pretty easy if you use the route I show. The normal time trial is a bit tricky, but a lot easier if you use a bike. And the RC time trial is pretty tricky, but just take it slow, use your brakes a lot, and you should be fine. Again, remember guys, you can earn over $450,000 between the three of us week, and setting yourself to go to beat them is always a lot of fun in my personal opinion. Let me know which one you found most difficult and what vehicles you used down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.